All right, three, two, one. What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Jess, and I just want your guys' opinion on whether I'm wrong or not in this situation. It's kind of been a lot going on yesterday that I would love to know your opinion on. So, um, back in, let's go to my dashboard. Last Saturday, I played a game in the weekend league, and this guy ended up sending a blitz that I haven't seen before. We're gonna go to Video Manager. Let's go to Past Broadcast, and it was a 15-hour stream on Saturday. Here we go. I know the exact mark. It's at 12:09. So we'll just jump straight over there to 12:09, as we have a network error for whatever reason. Alright, let's go on ahead and refresh. So I end up facing this blitz that I haven't seen before, right? And it comes in absolutely screaming. And while it was coming in, I had said on stream that when we go to 12:09, right around here. Look at this blitz from the right side. This guy right here. This guy right here comes looping around straight through the A gap or B gap right there, right? And I just get absolute first time I've ever seen it. And during the stream, you hear me say like, "Wow, I've never seen this blitz before. I don't know what it is." And I have previous play off because the blitzes that I send, I don't want anybody trying to I try to make it as difficult as I can for somebody to try and lurk, the blitzes that I find and that I run. If you can figure it out yourself, then albeit, but I'm gonna try to make it difficult for you. So because I have previous play off, I cannot see the play he's actually running. So I've just never seen it before. First time, and I had said then I have the audio on, but I said then, wow, it's a blitz I haven't seen before, and he ends up mollywopping me. And I said, I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna try to figure that blitz out to see if I can get that, because that was pretty nice. And I would, if I can, I'm gonna try and figure it out because it's a good blitz. So I end up hitting the lab yesterday, which was, well, today's now Saturday, so I believe it was Thursday. I end up hitting the lab right here, and I end up finding it out of 245 sending 4. You see, and how he kind of comes just straight through this gap right here, and that's the blitz I ended up finding, and I posted on Twitter. So True Boy ends up replying, and you can't see it, his response, because he blocked me. He ends up saying how this is getting out of hand. You need to go on ahead, at least give credit. Shaking my head, this is getting out of hand. So I respond like, hold up. Like, I know damn well you're not saying that I stole, like, your blitz. And we go back and forth. He's throwing personal shots, telling me I didn't find nothing, and how it's his, and how I, took it, and all this other stuff. And I'm like, how am I supposed to know that you found this, right? So he ends up showing me a text message going back like August 20th, damn near a month ago, of him texting Serious Mo that he found this blitz. And I'm like, okay, well, and I sent the video because it's, typing is too much, so I go on ahead and I send a video, and let me see if it's here. Again, you won't see any of his responses because he blocked it, but let me see if I can find the response for you guys that I end up sending the video so you guys can see. Where is it? And I end up, sending him in the video like, okay, well, somebody ran it against me. I brought it into the lab. I figured out. Here it is right here. Freaking typing around, and I know only got a few minutes. So True Boy wants to be a dickhead, talking about somebody stole his blitz and ain't nobody find nothing. So let me go ahead and tell you when it happened to me, dickhead. So I played this game last weekend right here. You see right here. Where's it at? This 15-hour stream. Right here, 15-hour stream. I know exactly the mark because last Saturday somebody was sending a screamer at me. 12:09. So you can tell by that I'm obviously angered, right? At the fact that he would accuse me of knowing it belonged to him and putting it out there. It's like there's certain blitzes that we know come from people and everybody knows. Like a few years ago, Kiv found dime flat the double B gap, and it was insane. And when somebody ran it, everybody knew, like, okay, he's running Kiv's blitz. And I was doing sub tips, but I'm not gonna take Kiv's blitz that I know belongs to him and send it out to my subscribers because I don't want to take money out his pocket. That's wrong. It's like I go on ahead and I found a blitz last year that I put out. Let me see if it's actually here. So I'll put it out March 21st, 2016. I put this blitz out last year. As you can see, I gave this to my subscribers, 4-4 heat. Last year, I gave this out. And T-Raw is giving out the same blitzes this year. Right? I went to a stream, and he was screaming with it, screaming from the left, screaming from the right, sending dual edge. And I know that I had the exact same blitz last year. But I'm not going to sit there and say, T-Raw, you can't put that out because I found it last year. Like, obviously, he doesn't know that, I found this blitz last year, and I'm not going to claim it and say it's mine and tell him he can't use it. You know what I mean? He found it on his own, and he's going to go on ahead and put it out for his subscribers this year, as he should. Again, I'm not going to tell the man, no, you can't do that. If I knew that it belonged to him, I wouldn't have done that. And I didn't even put it out. I'm thinking about putting it out, but I just said, how does this look? Because, after testing it out, I couldn't really get it consistently. Once I found that 4-man, blitz that I showcased, I went ahead and kind of left it alone because I wasn't really getting it too consistent. It was late at night, and it was Thursday, so, I was watching the game, and I kind of just left it alone for a little bit. And then he ends up replying. But we'll see. All right, we'll go to my profile here, and we will see. Did I reply to somebody a while ago? Let me see where it's at when I replied to him. And of course, he's telling me that I suck and how, my channel's dying, as he told me. And it's like, you know what? It's the numbers you guys don't see that are, more important. Like, I've made revenue-wise, I've made more money this year than I made last year, and I've made more money last year than I did 2 years ago, and I made more money. Like, every single year I'm making more in revenue. So whether you want to look and you see a small amount of views, whether you may question my subscriber count and all that stuff, it's the numbers you don't see that matter the most. I'm still making more revenue each and every single year, whether you want to go ahead and say, my channel is dying or what it might not be. But dang it, where was it? Let me see if I can find it. He basically wanted to give me a blitz that he knew was from True Boy. So let me see if I can. Let me see. Of course, I got some people. We just really went back and forth at it. But damn, I'm trying to find exactly where. Oh, and then somebody had mentioned that True Boy right here, Lights Out. Somebody had mentioned that he was running. He said he doesn't mention that the play he's claiming was found and posted by Lights Out last year. So the blitz that I supposedly took from him that he's so upset about was found by Lights Out last year. And I said, how amazing would it be for Lights Out to verify that? And he said, True Boy added something nice to it from the left side as a dual blitz. But yes, otherwise, it's the exact same defense I ran last year for months. So who's not, you don't see Lights Out telling True Boy, hey, that's my concept, that's my blitz, you just found something different. And what he found, according to what he showed me, the text message between him and Mo, was there's a way to lock tackles this year. And I wasn't going to put it out, but I am going to put it out for the Twitch subscribers because it's happening way too often. And I'd much rather have you guys, know how to do it and also how to defend it. Because I'm watching weekend league games. You see, I got a whole bunch of Madden guys that I'm watching here. and damn near everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing the lock tackle where you can send 3 or 4 and come screaming through that B gap because your left tackle doesn't do anything. So it's like, okay, well, I figured out how to do it, right? And in the blitz that I show, hold on, let me see if I can find where the guy tried to give me True Boy's blitz, and I told him, like, there's just no way. Is this right here? Yeah, right here. Look at this. True Boy's 4-man screamer. Let me know if you're interested, right? And he found, oh yeah, right there. You see the lock tackle? This is it right here. Notice this guy right here just doesn't move anywhere. Right here, it literally just doesn't move. And there's a lock tackle glitch that does that. So the blitz that I found out of that the guy used on me out of 245, True Boy added how to do that and also lock the tackle on the left side, which I ended up figuring out myself as well. But he offered this to me, and to which I reply, oh, it's not showing my reply. Why is that? Why is it not showing the reply? That doesn't make sense. Oh yeah, right here. What am I going to do with the blitz that is from someone else? Can't release that to the coach, or if it's his, that's stealing, fam. Unless, of course, I find the blitz myself. But in this case, I didn't. You know, I'm not going to go on ahead and say, hey, you know, have somebody come to me, because that's wrong, right? That's morally wrong. And I'm not going to have somebody come to me and say, Nelson, here's this blitz from Problem. You know, go on ahead and give it to you. No, it's his. You know, like, you're telling me it's his. I didn't find it on myself. Each and every single blitz that I have given to subscribers, I went into the practice mode for hours and I found on my own, each and every single one. The only 2 that I did not was given to me. The setups were from Godstums and Joke, which I told them it's not mine. This is from them that they told me I can share with you guys. But I had no idea he apparently found, you know, this blitz. And again, that's like me going to T-Raw and saying, hey, you can't put out 4-4 because I put that out last year. That's my concept. That's the exact same setup. That's the exact same blitz. Like, no, I can't do that. He found it, and he's going to go on ahead and, you know, share. There's only so many plays, right? As a community, we only run so many different plays. We all know what works and what doesn't. That's why a lot of people offenses are very similar. A lot of people defenses are extremely similar as well. And I just want to know, am I wrong here in this situation? Because apparently, you know, he was going in, and of course those people defending him. Somebody DM'd me saying, listen, True Boy's really upset. Apparently people are taking his blitzes and posting them, and he has a right to be. If he's in there working, figuring this stuff out, I know he's with Problem in his website, and he is selling the blitz for, or his, I don't know if he has a guide, I don't know if he has an ebook, I don't know. I'm not into that stuff. I'm not going to sign up to get blitzes or anything like that. You know, I find them on my own, or I know a lot of pros. I'm cool with a lot of people. If anything, I can go hit up Joke, I can go hit up Joel, I can go hit up you know, Shugs, I can go hit up a bunch of people. You know, send me some screamers, hook me up, and you know, I have any blitz in the game that I want at my disposal, because I'm cool with a lot of people that can figure them out. But apparently he was highly upset, and you know, we are exchanging personal insults because I have morals. I feel bad, right? I felt bad, and I told, you know, Joke ends up DMing me like, listen, he's on his own planet, he's going through whatever the hell he's going through, don't mind him. And I told him, you know, like, now I feel bad, like, I don't know what his issue is, but I want to DM him and let him know that you know, I wouldn't do that. You know, if I know a blitz belongs to Serious Smoke, Kiv, or anything like that, I do anything I can do to help, you know, the pro players that I'm cool with. There's AKG, there's Joke. I literally give them, you know, my team every single weekend so they can play salary cap, so they can do weekend league, because I'm not using the team, you know, and I spend thousands on that account, and I'm just, you know, letting them borrow him absolutely for nothing. You know, I let Joe borrow every single person this weekend because Joke and AKG are out in Vegas and Joe's not. So I figure it's a win-win situation. You know, one, he gets to, you know, borrow the team, and two, like, people get to see how people play. You know, he's a competitive player. He's really, really good, and obviously I can't, you know, use the team on how he could. So I enjoy watching a highly skilled team being used by a highly skilled person. So I sit back and, you know, I enjoy watching, you know, Urlacher and all these people do things that I can't make them do because, you know, I'm not as good, you know, on their level or whatnot. But apparently he found the concept, so I'm supposed to know that. That's like if I, went to Mortal Kombat and I, figure out a combo, and it's like, no, you can't do that, or you can't show that to anybody because True Boy found that combo 2 months ago. Obviously he found out, that 4-man screamer how to lock tackles before I did. A month before I did. I didn't figure it out until the other day. But to sit there and tell me that I stole it as if I knew it was his, again, I would never, ever do that. Because one, as I believe Abraham Lincoln said, like, no man could be a good enough liar because we just can't, like, our memory isn't good enough to be a good enough liar. Like, it's going to come back around. If I'm out here giving away Kiv's blitzes or Serious Mo blitzes or Rose Bowl blitzes, it's going to come back. And I'm going to look like a dick for trying to make money from stealing from, their stuff that I know, and I would never do that because, again, it's just going to come back around, and that's just a no-go. So I don't know what his issue is, but if I'm wrong, let me know. Somebody even defended him saying, oh, there's a thieving community. And I think that's why there's a big gap between the pro players and like the YouTubers or streamers community because of, things like that. You're going to attack me for going into the practice mode, going into the lab and finding a blitz. Yes, it was ran on me. So if I didn't face that guy and he never ran it on me, I never would have found it. Did he get that from True Boy? I don't know. Maybe he did. Maybe he went on Problems website and bought the tip or guide or whatever it is, and he ran it on me. But whatever the case may be, I don't know that. I'm not going to sit here and tweet out, hey, before I figure this out, does this belong to anybody? Do I have permission to figure this out and try to help my subscribers learn this themselves? Is anybody claiming this blitz at all? Anybody? And I have I have over 20 blitzes that I found each and every single one by going into the practice mode, trying different setups, trying different variations of base aligning, show blitz, and pinching lines, and crashing, and spreading, and all this different stuff. So I find that, and apparently it was his concept, and I don't have the right to post it when I had no idea it belonged to him, which doesn't make sense, right? That's just like, so nobody's supposed to find that, right? Like, I posted 3-4 odd this earlier this year, and a lot of people run 3-4 odd. I don't know who figured it out first. I know I figured it out, but who's to say that the first? So whoever figures it out first, are they supposed to just say, like, no, I'm gonna copyright that blitz? You're not allowed. Nobody's allowed to use it or give it to subscribers. Is Lights Out supposed to go to True Boy and say, you basically taking my concept? Yeah, you found it how to add it. You just add it from the opposite side by locking a tackle, sending it that way. But still, that's basically my concept, and I was running it months before you, so you're not allowed to. Like, what? If I'm wrong, let me know. And this isn't being sarcastic. If I'm wrong, if you guys feel like, well, now obviously I'm not supposed to know who it belongs to, but if I'm wrong here, let me know. I honestly feel like I didn't do anything wrong. My situation is somebody ran it against me. I brought in the practice mode. I figured it out. I tweeted about it. How does this look? I kind of gave up on it because I really couldn't get as consistent as I wanted to. When I send a blitz to somebody, I wanted to work in practice mode at least 70-80%. And it was working about every other time. So it's too inconsistent about the half hour I tried it once I figured it out. And so I just left it alone, didn't even bother with it until he came at me telling me I didn't find nothing and how people are stealing and I need to give credit like I'm supposed to know it belongs to True Boy. Like, I guarantee you T-Raw doesn't know I sent out 4-4 last year. How the hell would he know? He subscribed. He's never going to check my tips. He figures out blitzes himself. Why the hell would he ever, try to find something, from me? It just doesn't make sense. But if I'm wrong, let me know. I'm just doing this because I have morals, right? And I felt bad about the situation. Yeah, I don't even know him like that, but I know he's a very good player, and he's better than I will ever be. He's a pro player for a reason, and he's apparently upset because a lot of people are taking this stuff and posting, as he said, as he has the right to. Like, I wouldn't like when subscribers There are some dirtbag subscribers that take my blitzes and try to resell them for coins. Like, hey, if you want GS's blitzes, give me 300K and I'll give you the link so you can check out his blitzes. You know, and that, I don't like that, because I take the time each and every single day to go into practice mode to try to figure this out, to try and make you guys better at the game. But you're taking what I found and you're profiting it elsewhere. But if you just so happen to find a blitz on your own without knowing that, you know, I found the setups, who am I to sit here and say you didn't find it? And what am I going to tell you? No, like, you can't run that because I did it, you know, like, that it doesn't make sense. You know, like, I run a dime 245 cover 3 bluff that I haven't seen anybody run it this way, right? It has an A gap loop around, and I haven't seen any single body run it the way how I run it and how I show subscribers on how to get this blitz. But if somebody were to find it, I'm not going to sit there and say, like, you know, no, you can't do it. Like, AKG was giving out the 3-4 odd blitzes. I think his last tip, he gave out 3-4 odd. I posted 3-4 odd a few weeks before he did. And again, I'm not going to sit there and tell him, no, like, I found it before you. You can't do that. And people are telling me, like, True Boy's the founder of the blitz. That's why, you know, people are stealing. He's the founder. How the hell am I supposed to know? I didn't know that. And even if he is the founder, I went into the practice mode and I found it before knowing who the quote-unquote original person was. And I'm rolling my eyes doing air quotes because I'm not going to, you know, pay, you know, I'm not going to not eat for 3 days so I can pay $198 or however much they charge for their tips over there so I can go on ahead and you know, send it out knowing it's his. I wouldn't do that. I have too much respect for those guys, you know, that really try to make a living off of, you know, ebooks and stuff like that. You know, there's a lot of time and effort. As I'm starting to find blitzes, there's a lot of time. There's times where I go and I spend 2 hours trying to find stuff and I find nothing. There's other times where, you know, I take an hour and I find a blitz and I finally got something. I'm like, yes, it takes a while. It's not easy finding you know, concept, and you can find 1,000 different blitzes, but the problem is you want to find a good blitz where you can change things up, right? There's so many blitzes that I found that I won't release and I won't use because it's too easy to tell. You know, I want blitzes that come from the left, that come from the right. I can send dual edge. I can only send one. I can have max coverage and you have no idea, and those are the type of blitzes I like to send out. But if I'm wrong, let me know. Again, I'm just posting this because I have morals and I feel bad about the situation. I don't want to have somebody upset with me. I don't like being upset at anybody. It's just not the type of person, you know, I am. And by no means I don't want anybody, you know, who does follow him, attacking him, telling him he's wrong, how you can't claim a blitz, yada, yada, yada. If he is upset because a lot of people are posting his stuff, he has the right to, man, because he's going in the lab, he's figuring this stuff out, and it is wrong for somebody to watch a video, watch him tell you how to do it, and then you profit off of that. To me, that's wrong. But if they figure it out on their own and they have no idea belong to you, how are they supposed to know? You know, and again, I can't show you the tweets because he blocked me, but I go and I tell him, like, listen, how in the hell am I supposed to know this belonged to you? You know, somebody ran it against me. I figured it out. I posted a screenshot. What do you guys think? How is this looking? And then you can at least give credit. Like, what? But just give me your thoughts and opinions. I would just love to know.